Hello, hi, good evening. Well, should I say good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are in the world, or good evening. Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining me today. Now, what if I could help you solve one of your biggest problems in your healthcare business? And I want to be able to share with you all this amazing automation in healthcare. Now, did you know that AI can save you hours of work each week, improve your client satisfaction without even lifting a finger? Can you imagine that? It seems untrue, doesn't it? But I'm going to show you exactly how this is done by discussing with you about how you can achieve this. And here's what we're going to cover today. And I want you to stay and listen to this until the end. And I'm going to be talking to you about how you can use AI. I want you to also understand its role in your healthcare business as well. Then what I want to do is I want to share the benefits of AI for care agencies like yourselves, healthcare businesses like yourselves. So I'm glad that you're here. It's 12 p.m. and I'm here to discuss with you about AI, introducing to you about AI so that you get to understand what AI can do for you and what the benefits are in your business as well. So, but before we move ahead, if you do like what I've discussed with you today, please like and subscribe because you'll get notifications and you'll also know when I'm going live. Like today, some of you know that I'm going live, for example. But don't worry if you can't be here right now. The replay is here for you to watch. But if you are watching the replay, just click like, and if you know someone that would like to get this information, then share this video with them so that it benefits all of us, because this is the future. We already know how powerful that AI is, and we've been using it for some time. It's just we haven't really thought about it strictly in our healthcare business, for example. Now, what AI can do for your care agency is amazing. And I've been using some tools for the past year. I've only been really focusing on how I can automate my processes within my business as a coach. But also, I started to think, hang on a minute, this can help my clients as well. You know, can you imagine reducing your payroll by 50% and using it on tools that's going to work, 24/7, for example, around the clock? No missed calls. How many missed calls do you get where someone calls the office, and because the person that is answering the phone, or the team members, they're probably on the phone already, or they've just popped out for their break, for example. So how many calls do you actually miss? Those opportunities where somebody possibly needs a care right now, and they need someone to be able to cover within possibly an hour, and you've missed that call. Isn't that such a shame? And you could have built a relationship up with the organization or the private client that has called you for you to deliver care. So I don't want you to miss out on things like that anymore, because there is so many AI tools which are automated, and it will automate your business for you. Imagine going on holiday and you don't have to be opening up your laptop because you know that things are being dealt with, your calls. It's like you can have an executive assistant working in your business 24/7. Now, how lovely would that be for you? And you haven't had to pay, like 30,000 a year, for example. So I'm going to delve into this because I want to be able to explain to you about understanding what AI is, for example, and the key benefits for AI for your care agency as well, and your healthcare business, for example, because this could be used in care homes as well. How many care homes? I mean, I've worked in one, I've had my own, for example. And just to give you a bit of background about me, for example, if this is the first time you're listening into me, I've been in healthcare for over 35 years. I've ran my own healthcare businesses for, I'd say, just over 20 years. I've been a business coach in healthcare, specializing in healthcare businesses now for just over 10 years. And I know what works and I know what doesn't work. I've been through 3 recessions in my businesses, for example, and it's not pretty. But if I had something like this, AI, wow, and when you look at this option, it's a no-brainer. It's a game changer for your organization as well. And it will also help your team members that are key team members that you've got within your organization that you need. I'm not saying about replacing everybody. I'm saying about keeping key players in your organization so that they can work alongside with the AI as well. But it's going to save you, imagine saving like 50%. I'm not referring to the carers or the nurses that are going out delivering the care. I'm referring to streamlining your operations so that you can deliver a better standard of care, but also with your team members in the office, streamlining so that you've got the elite team members in your office that is focusing on quality care standards, so that opens up that time so they can use their time wisely whilst the AI is doing the automation, because it's quicker than what we are. Let's be truthful and honest here. We help build it. We put this information in there, but imagine the super intelligent brain that it has that we've created, and it's now here for us to use in healthcare. Okay, we've been a bit slow on the mark, but let's start looking at this now. And this is why I am providing AI solutions. We provide AI solutions, and I mean AI automation solutions within your healthcare business. So let me go straight into this. So I'm going to also discuss with you about the AI. But first, I want to also welcome you to day 1 of the mini AI Healthcare Business Challenge, for example. And like I said, my name is Christine Crowell, and I'm thrilled that you're here. And I want you to be able to discover this journey that's going to transform your healthcare business with AI. So, do you know that AI can save you hours every week to improve your client satisfaction without you even lifting a finger? So, here's what we're going to cover today, and we'll start by you understanding, me talking to you about you being able to understand what AI is and what the role it can play in your healthcare business. Then I'll also share some of the benefits of AI for care agencies as well, and I will discuss some possible case studies with you on how it can be used to benefit your organization. So, understanding AI in healthcare. I want to be able to simplify this for you. So, AI, artificial intelligence, is not just robots or complicated tech. It's simply as well software that learns from data and performs tasks just like humans, but faster, without errors. In the healthcare world, this is really important, that it means everything from scheduling to analyzing trends in your client care, for example. And why does this matter for your care agency? So for your care agency, AI isn't just about efficiency, it's about survival in an increasingly competitive market. If you're still manually scheduling or chasing down leads, AI can take these tasks off of your hands and you can focus on growing your business. like you're meant to do as a director. The same with your managers. You know, this is something that they'll be able to use that's going to help them as well. So it also saves time and reduces workload. So AI can handle repetitive tasks like scheduling, confirming appointments, following up with clients, staff members, for example. Imagine freeing up 10 hours a week from your staff. Isn't that amazing? So they can focus on the client aspect. So AI powered virtual assistants, for example, can provide instant answers to client inquiries 24/7. Imagine you got a AI that's there 24/7 that can answer any calls, that can respond to messages, for example, that can book in shifts with your care staff, for example, ready for the next day once it's been validated and they're available for that shift. Imagine. Then you wake up in the morning if you've been on call and you haven't even had to deal with the on call, unless the AI is feeling that this is something that is not that they just need to make sure that it's safe before they respond in a particular way. So you will need to get this automated, and that's why we offer the implementation services as well. But imagine this: you're on call, you take the on-call phone with you, but the AI is dealing with, it's intercepting, taking the calls for you. Isn't that amazing? And then it's booking the shifts, contacting the staff members that are out in the field that's ready to work, texting, and then boom, the shift is covered. And you haven't had to pick the phone up, and then you're trying to figure out who's available, then you're emailing, texting, for example, calling. The AI does it all for you. So that's something that will take that stress off of your plate, because let's face it, let's be honest here. Who wants to take the on-call phone with them at home? Who wants to take it with them? You know, when you're on call for that weekend, because, you know, you tend to take it in shifts. For example, like one weekend, one staff member will do it, another weekend, another staff member, then another. So you get to do the on-call like once every 4 weeks, or maybe once every 6 weeks, or even every weekend. It depends where you are in your healthcare business. But imagine the responsibility being taken off of your hands, and then you're able to really be present when you're working in your business, for example, or your staff member who's got the on-call phone, for example, with the information, the AI takes over everything. And the only time that the AI will contact the person on call is if it's something that they feel needs to be reported immediately. So there's safety measures there as well. Okay, so just think about that. It will also help you to increase your profitability. It will track your KPIs, optimize your operations for you, and reduce costs by minimizing any errors. This means that this will be more revenue and less stress. Care isn't easy as we know it. As much as we love to care for people, because that's one of the things that I really did enjoy when I had my care businesses. I enjoyed the care delivery. You could not fault what we actually offered, because we gave 150, 200% care, because that to me was the most important thing in the care business, for example. But imagine you're able to give more time to that. It's so beautiful. It's a win-win situation for all. So let me just share, I've just shared with you a quick example that you can actually be spending hours manually scheduling the shifts, the carers, and then someone goes off sick or someone can't do this time, then you got to switch, and then you got to change, and then, oh, does that look right? Oh, maybe I've missed something. Let me just go back and check. Because, you know, you're multitasking. It's like you're an octopus. when you're doing shifts, for example, care coordination I'm referring to here. So imagine it won't do things like double booking, it won't cut time in half, for example. It will do things correctly, legally and compliantly. Because if you're doing an agency, for example, and you think that cutting time down is okay, it's not okay. So there's something wrong there. You need to get more care staff, okay? But the AI will do the shifts and all these things. I mean, come on, it's a no-brainer. I'm super excited for you that you're able to have this access, because it really does give you the success that you need by having AI powered. They do voice, AI voice. There's AI powered chatbots to answer frequently asked questions on your website. So they haven't got to call your website, then nobody picks up the phone. That's a lost sale right there. So if they've got the chatbot online on your website, the chatbot's going to be communicating with someone online who may need a shift right now. They've gone onto your website and they're like, you know what, I'm a care home. Let me see if there's a shift available. So what they got to do, usually they pick the phone up, don't they? And then they're ringing round and ringing round. Whereas they go onto your website, go onto the chat. Are you available at this particular time? The chat will then just have a look. Yes, we do have a staff member available at this time. We have got 3 options for you. They're all compliant. Excellent. What time would you like them? 8 o'clock. Great. Excellent. Guess who gets the text message? So Cindy, Joan, John, for example, there's a shift at 8 o'clock. The first one that says they can do it, I'll go with you. And boom, the shift is covered. Obviously, you got to make sure that the person is happy to have a male carer. You know, we've always got to think about those questions as well. So imagine the time that will take. Whereas when you do it manually, how long does that take? You got to make those 3 phone calls. You got to ask that question. Or you text and you get crickets. No one's answering you. So just think about that. Time saver, definitely. So what I also want to talk to you about as well is we've got our part 2 tonight, which is at 7 p.m. UK time. So don't worry about that. For those of you that are not able to watch this afternoon, we've got part 2. You'll be able to watch part 1, but you'll also be able to watch part 2 at 7 p.m. tonight. Okay, so that's where I'm going live tonight, like I am here. So what I want to do is I want to encourage you to ask questions. It's your turn now. So what task in your care agency do you think that AI could help you with? Just drop a question in the chat. You know, you got to think about how much does it cost? That's a question. How much does AI cost? Do I need technical knowledge to implement AI? What's the first step to start using AI in my business? Now, what I will say to you is, well, I'll go to the chat in a minute. What I will say to you is that I want you to look at booking a free 15-minute appointment with me, and I will talk to you about AI automation, AI audit in your business, because I think it's so important. But we've also got our AI bootcamp as well in 2 weeks' time. Hence the reason why I'm doing this training today, just to give you an understand. But this is an education about AI and how it can be used and implemented in your healthcare business. We also cover about AI audit, staffing, for example. Is it suitable for you? I believe it is. Because look, if you're in the UK as well as America, or wherever you are around the world, AI is everywhere. And it is something that we need to really look at doing, because otherwise we're going to get left behind. And we don't want to be left behind. We want to be a part of this. We want to join this futuristic is now. You know, if you're in the UK, the Prime Minister Keir Starmer said UK is going to be the AI superpower. And if you're in the UK, wow, you're really at a really good advantage. There's so many things you can do with having AI and implementing this into your business by saying that we use AI and the tools that you use in AI. You can actually apply, if you're in the UK, there's seed funding. They will give you like 250,000 in your, this is for healthcare businesses. They do other businesses as well, but they will give you, 250,000 funding for you implementing AI to help with staff members. And this is really good. It's a really good thing to look at doing, introducing AI into your business. I do have a video here about the AI seed funding, it's called, where the government website link is there in the video as well, in the description, and you can use that as well for implementing your AI. Imagine you've got a receptionist, for example, and for example, you're paying a receptionist 20,000-30,000 a year, for example. Imagine if you had a AI that was voice AI, and it was like 200 a month. That is a big savings, isn't it? And you can use that money, that savings, to help pay for inflation, because I know a lot of businesses, care businesses, are worried about, the inflation in the UK. This is I'm referring to. You've got increased national insurance that you have to pay now, for example. Now you've got to pay the minimum wage, for example, £12.21, for example. So now you've got that. So imagine each employee that you have in your agency. You could have like 300 employees that are out in the field delivering the care, doing a wonderful job and great and wonderful and everything. But you've got this additional amount that you're paying per employee per month. And it could add up to, like £100 per month. And I'm just saying this for example, per employee. But if you've got 300, for example, per employee, then you're looking at, if you've got 300 employees and you're paying about £100, then that's an extra 30,000 a month that you're having to pay out for. This is the reason why you've got to look at AI and look at AI. And I know that this is not an ideal situation. Yes, we would love to keep everybody on, but you cannot let the ship sink because you don't want to let everybody go, for example. You've got to be strategic and look at what is beneficial to the company, what is going to save you money. So for example, because you've got the increase of national insurance. Sorry, I'm very passionate about this. You've got the increase of the minimum wage, for example. Then there's holiday pay. Then you've got the pension that you've got to pay as an employer, plus other things as well. Sick pay. It's endless. So you really have got to start looking at this now and look at what staff members can you look at keeping. And that's why it's important to do a staff audit, a staff AI audit, which is what we do, for example. But you've got to look at this. You've got to be realistic. I know it sounds harsh. Don't do like you're in a stronger position than what I was. I went through 3 recessions, like I said, and I gave back a contract which was 90% of my work because I could not afford to continue to pay the staff at the rate that I was being paid, because the government, unfortunately, and I understand now because of the recession was kicking in, that they had to reduce the hourly rate by almost half. But I had full-time staff. Even the carers out in the field, they were contracted. So it left me in a bind. Whereas with you, you can look at this, you can learn from the recessions from previously that's happened. You can learn from it, but you've got AI. So you can actually say, right, okay, I'm going to have one key staff member in the office, and I'm sorry, I'm going to have to put AI in to my business so that you can pay the wages to the staff that's out in the field, and pay the national insurance that you've got to pay, and have that safety net, that money there for your business to then pay for any crises or any inflation. Directors, I'm talking to you to be realistic and start planning for this AI. Now, I know some of you may not agree with AI, but let's look at the positive things of what it can do for you right now. Nothing worse than, having to pay more and you're not getting anything. You don't want to work for nothing, do you? You're not running a business to work for nothing. You're running a business to make money and to help people's lives, and to help your staff's lives, and to help your client's life. But also you matter as well. So please do think about what the AI can do for you. And this is the reason why I'm so passionate about this AI thing with the automation, because I've seen it in my own coaching business, what it can do. It can be so fast. It can do the things that 5 people could do. Yes, I've got virtual assistants, but I've minimized them because I'm being realistic and looking at the work that the AI can do, which is very fast. They can do the work of 5, possibly 10 people. It is remarkable. And I know also that this works in healthcare, because I've been in healthcare for over 25 years, for example. So I know that these tools that I'm about to share with you over the next 4 days and in our boot camp implementing them, I know how it will change your healthcare business for the better. And it will also increase your hours. It will give you that superpower for when you're applying for contracts as well, by saying we use this, that, and the other tools, automations in our healthcare business, because they want you to be able to respond quickly for when something goes wrong or someone goes off sick. You've got to be able to act quickly, for example. So this is something which will take your business to the next level. And I hope that, I've explained a bit about why you should use AI, because it can solve your biggest problems. It can do compliance regulations. It will do your recruitment. It will, if staff members, their compliance, their mandatory training, etc. If it's not in the AI's there, boom, boom, where is it? We need it. This is the deadline. Send it to us. We need it. Not you having to get on the phone. I've already mentioned, already that I need your blah, blah, blah. We don't have it. Please send it to me. Whereas the AI will do it. Follow up. It won't forget. us as humans, we forget things because we're multitasking and we forget things. Human error is normal. It is normal. But when we're dealing with care, we have to be super efficient. And the AI is super efficient. That's why the Prime Minister and the Chancellor and also the Health Secretary, they're pushing for this. And that's why England the UK is known as the AI superpower, because it's going to help public service as well. It's going to help the NHS, technology, healthcare technology. We've got to get with the times and move with it strong. And now is the time to do it. I want you to, this weekend, because we're doing the 4-day mini boot camp, for example, for AI, I want you to be able to really look at the strategies that I'm going to be showing you, but I needed to talk to you about what it is and how it can help you in your business before I just jump straight into use this tool, use that tool. I want to be able to then talk to you about what each of those tools can do for you in your business, because it is a no-brainer. It is a game changer. Whether you are a care agency, whether you're a nursing agency, whether you're a recruitment agency, whether you are a care home, because care homes, they've got lots of staff members as well. So there's that aspect as well. How many calls have been missed where you could have had someone call regarding that they want to, have someone move into the care home, and you've missed a call because they've gone to another place because they need urgent care, for example, and you've missed that call. Whereas if you had an AI voice automation in your business, it would have answered that phone straight away. It would have gone straight to the care manager or care provider. It would have dealt with it all. It would have been all scheduled in. And you would not have lost that sale. How many sales have you lost in your home care agency? I know what it's like because I've been there, where your phone is ring and no one answered the phone because they were outside, or maybe they just took a break. There's lots of different reasons why. And you've had a missed call. What about your emails that come through? The AI can do that as well. It is amazing. And I want you to really take that on board. And I've been using it for the past year, and I know that it can benefit you as the healthcare business owner. But I needed to do it in my own business as well. And I also know that it can help you in your healthcare business as well. So do you have any questions? Good afternoon. Hello. How are you? Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you. So I hope that you've enjoyed this training, because this is like the beginning. This is part 1 of day 1 mini boot camp. Part 2 of day 1 is going to happen at 7 p.m. tonight, and it's going to be a different type of training. We're going to go into start going in depth a bit more, but I just wanted to talk to you about the benefits and how it can solve a lot of problems in your healthcare business, because we are not, we can do things effectively. I'm not saying that we can't, but the AI can do it quicker, faster, giving you more time that you can actually get home and enjoy getting home at the right time, instead of working at your desk till 10, 11 o'clock at night, like what I used to do, literally. And then I'd be in the office. Well, I used to get up at 5 in the morning when I had my agency, get to my first client for 6 in the morning, because they had hospital appointments. Because I was so conscientious, I wanted to make sure that they all received their hospital calls on time, that the ambulance picked them up on time, that they were, ready to go for their hospital appointments, etc. So that's how passionate I was. but then I would get into the office about 8:30. Then I would even pop out sometimes at lunchtime, for example. And then I would also, in the evening when I finish, I would just do a quick round for clients, for example, then get home, for example, about 7, 8 o'clock. Or sometimes I would be in the office if I needed to focus on something that needed doing, for example, or, anything that, was urgent. So I would be in the office till 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. Whereas your AI, you tell it what the problem is, it's going to help you solve that problem quickly and fast. And then you're out the door. You've still got the rest of your evening to enjoy your day. So I just wanted to explain some of the reasons why I'm showing you and sharing this with you, because we are also doing AI automation services for healthcare businesses, because I want to take that stress of, being in your business for long hours. And yes, you may have a care manager who is also doing long hours. So why not help them so that they're not stressed? Let's help our wellness. Let's help our mindset. And let's get our lives back and do what we love to do, which was the care business, but maybe it's turned into a different thing for you. So do join me tonight at 7 p.m. and I look forward to talking to you more. I've got so much to show you. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. I'm really excited. I can't wait to share that with you. And thank you so much for being here, all of you. And I do appreciate your subscriptions. Please subscribe if you have enjoyed so far of what I've said. Also like as well. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your subscribes as well. I truly appreciate it. And I know that this also works for all business types, what kind of recruitment agency, whatever, you need to do it to get your time back and make it easy for yourself. It's not meant to be hard. We can work smarter now, not harder, even though we were taught the other way round, because that's how I was taught. Work hard, work hard, work hard. Now you can work smarter, not harder. And when you're on holiday, you're on holiday, because AI automation is taking care of everything. And if there's a problem, if it's urgent, you'll be responded. You will be responded, but not for every little thing that could have been handled by a simple phone call, for example. So thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed today's training. I'm looking forward to speaking with you tonight at 7 p.m. UK time. Please do join me, because I'm going to be going into part 2 of the AI training. I want to educate you all as much as possible so that it gives you that decision. And also what we're going to be discussing on day 4 is how you can save money, what the costs are, and what jobs it can do, and what money you could possibly save. Because you've got to prepare for this inflation. You've got to. Don't wait for it to hit you. You know that problems are coming up. Some of you, most of you do. So let's look at what you can do. All right. So thank you so much. Hope you've enjoyed this training today, and I look forward to speaking with you tonight at 7 p.m. Take care. Thank you. Bye.